Oh, I
Hey
love it.
y'all, we are live on everywhere, all platforms.
Okay.
What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? Welcome to Heightened and Enlightened, the live show. It is Sunday, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. You already know. We are here.
Okay. Hello,
Just gonna get started.
everybody. Yep, getting everything shared out on my page. You know how I do.
I don't even think you have to once you just need to make sure it's public.
Yeah, well, I can't necessarily do that part, but what I do is do the messenger to remind everybody that we're on.
Oh, okay. I see you, girl. Share that out there
Ew,
then.
ew.
Share that live screen. Let's see if
Okay.
anybody starts popping on. People should start popping on pretty quick on this
Okay.
beautiful Sunday. If everybody's not
Man,
laying around fat and full from eating for Father's Day, is that what fathers do for Father's Day? They just sit around and eat all day? Because that's what Lloyd's been doing.
I ain't ate nothing.
yeah.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Lloyd has ate a 20-piece of wings, a large French fry for all from Wingstop. He ate a 12-pack of honey buns, about 6 Twinkies.
Not that
He,
Big
you just put
fella.
bro business out there.
Yeah.
he
Golly.
ain't stopped eating yet.
Big fella.
Big fella, real big fella. You
All
guys, if
right.
you guys are
Nah.
popping on, make sure that you say hello. Let us know that you're here. I do see people tuning in. What's up, y'all? It is Sunday, Father's Day. Come in here.
Right. Okay. I think I figured this out now.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Got it
Yeah,
figured.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
All
Okay.
right, I just wanted to make sure our chat and stuff was on YouTube because you remember it was doing that crazy stuff.
I know, and people couldn't
Yes.
comment last time.
I know it says we got 3 people on, but ain't nobody saying nothing, so I assume they're creeping and not speaking tonight.
Right, y'all don't be creeping and not speaking. Come on in, come on in, come on down.
Hey, D. D
So,
says Happy Father's Day to all the fathers. Rolo, that would be you.
right.
Thank you. Yeah, I didn't really do a whole lot today, honestly. I just been kind of chilling.
Well, that's good. You deserve to chill.
That I
Oh, that's
do.
all literally. Me and Lloyd ain't been out the bed all day. We've literally been chilling all day.
Good.
All day.
Okay.
Good.
All right. Well, I did my portion on my page. So, for those that are going to come on in, come on in. Those that can't make it, we'll see you in the replay.
Hey Ashley, what's up, baby girl? Y'all come on in here. We're doing a special tribute to fathers tonight. We're gonna talk about the special men in our lives. So
Yeah.
you guys come on in here. We're gonna hear from y'all. We're just getting ourselves all set up, and then Shay is going to get us started here in just a few.
Got to make sure my bars stay up.
Yeah, because you be freezing.
Well, that's because y'all know Kansas City get bad reception.
We know you got to be on a certain
Yeah.
corner.
That's no
And
lie
I'm
for
not on
real.
the right corner, clearly.
Hey Jose.
Hello, Jose.
Oh my gosh. We're
Cracking
on the
up.
road. Oh, you're on your way back from Texas, huh?
Ooh, hell. That sound like fun.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are supposed to be here in a few weeks, but that's not gonna happen, huh?
Nobody said it's not gonna happen.
What? Oh, for the fourth?
For the fourth, yeah. I'm hoping it happens for real. I'm ready to get out of Kansas.
Yeah. Okay. I need to plug my phone up. Okay.
If you guys are just popping on, make sure that you let us know that you're here
Don't be sneaking and creeping, as we say.
and not speaking, y'all.
Oh, I froze. I did.
Yep, I see you frozen, girl.
Froze to the side.
There you are.
Man, okay, there we go. Okay.
How a big city gonna have bad internet like that?
I'm assuming it's because the trees everywhere that be blocking the cell service. That's just that's the excuse my brain formulated. So that we just gonna roll with it.
They need to make them towers higher. Don't mess with the trees. Just make everything taller.
I like to go stalker status sometime. Oh my gosh, Jose. So if you guys are just tapping on, make sure that you drop an at highlight in the comments. Let
Right.
us know that you're here. Say hey. Make sure that you're sharing this out publicly to your page, and you can tag some friends in the comments here to get some people in here.
There we
Like I
go.
always say, that's the only support that we ask for. So if you guys are on here, please drop an at highlight in the comments for us while
So
we're getting
mine is
ourselves
still
all set
private,
up.
Ashley.
Huh?
You can't see my comments
Uh-uh.
still. Okay. Well, yeah. Well, I don't know. We'll fix this. We'll figure it out. But everybody on my page, hey, everybody, thank y'all for joining in. I see y'all. I see y'all. All right.
Yeah,
Let
I'm
me know
trying to
when you're
figure
ready.
it out. This is so ghetto.
Oh, Aaron says happy Father's Day, Rolo.
I appreciate it, Aaron.
Shannon.
Thank you. Happy Father's Day.
Shannon is on the Heightened and Enlightened page. So I got Heightened and Enlightened pulled up on my tablet. And then
Okay.
I have my regular page over here on the desktop. So I'm ready to roll. Whenever you
Okay.
guys are, you can go ahead and get us started.
Okay, y'all. Welcome in. Welcome to Heightened and Enlightened, the live show. We are your hosts. You have me here, Shay, Ashley, Rolo, and we are here to give y'all real stories from real people in real time. And we talk a little bit about everything, but with each topic and each subject, we want to leave y'all feeling heightened and enlightened. So let's kind of get into it. Last week, what did we talk about last week? Refresh me.
I don't
Last week.
remember.
Okay. well, well, I don't remember either. We've had a crazy week, y'all. So hopefully y'all can relate. Life be life in. But anyways, we
What
this
did we
week.
talk about last week?
I don't remember. I don't remember. Somebody remind us if you guys tuned in last week. But either way it go, until we figure it out, we just gonna skip it and go forward.
I
So
think we talked about trust.
Oh yeah,
broken
the
trust.
broken
Yeah.
Broken
trust.
trust. Okay,
Yeah.
that's what it was. We talked about broken trust last week. And do you ever really heal from broken trust? If y'all want to listen to that convo, make sure you go watch the replay. You can watch it on YouTube, Facebook. Hey, pick and choose which one you want to watch it on, but it's there. This week, we're going to switch it up a little bit. Originally, we were going to talk about trauma bonding because that was the question of the day that I posted on Wednesday. I had a question about that. But we all decided as a collective that we're going to switch it up and do something different, something a little more lighthearted. And we want to do a special episode, a special tribute to all you awesome fathers out there. Happy Father's Day, by the way, to all of you awesome fathers, stepfathers, real fathers. I mean, stand-in fathers, you know what I'm saying? Godfathers, uncles, whatever your role is, man, we appreciate you. We commend you. You are loved. Like that is what's up. That's what's up. And personally, I really want to say I feel like when it comes to this topic, you always hear about how kids are growing up without a father. The father's not there. The father's not there. Well, I feel like we always so focused on the fathers not being there that we forget that there's a handful of men that are there. And I know some awesome dads. So
It's more than a handful these days. It's more fathers out here
right,
taking
it's a
care of
lot.
their kids full
So
time
yes,
than
it's definitely a
Yeah.
lot. So let me rephrase that. It's more than a handful, but I feel like we really need to focus on that more and like, you know what I'm saying, talk about them more because y'all daddies get a bad rap. You know what I'm saying? Y'all get a bad rap. So tonight, yeah, we're going to talk goodness. So to start off, I do have a question. Y'all know we like to start off with questions. So my question for everybody to answer tonight, whether your father was in your life or not, what is something that you could say you either inherited from that side or what's something that your father taught you? That's a good
I can
question.
I can answer that first.
Okay.
My
Good.
daddy always told me ain't nobody gonna give you shit for free, so get out here and go get it.
Damn.
Period. And
That's time I take with me everywhere I go.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
hey, pop
Yeah.
pop ain't wrong either.
He sure ain't. Yeah.
For
What
real.
about y'all?
Mine was you won't get it the first time, but you'll definitely get it the second if you keep at it.
Okay. That's what's up. And that taught you tenacity and drive and gave you a little bit of motivation.
Dedication. You
Yeah.
can't quit. You
Yeah.
know how people say moms don't have a day off. This dad don't either.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
real. Like,
Yeah. That's what's up.
What
Uh,
about you, Shay?
well, as y'all have all heard, I got a dad that made me, dad that raised me. So I got two men in my life that forever give me game. Now, my dad that made me, he taught me never to depend on nobody. I can do whatever I put my mind to. I'm gonna say he taught me that. Like he gave me that strength. He's strong. He's a Taurus man. Like I'm a Taurus too, so we got that in common. He gave me that get up and go that I have. And now my father that made me, my papa. If you watching Papa, happy Father's Day. But my papa, still to this day, he always tells me, sometimes, baby girl, you gotta laugh to keep from crying. And I feel like
That's
he
a good
teaches
one.
me to always have a sense of humor no matter what I'm faced with. And with having a sense of humor and learning how to laugh through your struggles and through your trials, that gives you it gives you endurance, that bounce back. So I say, like, he's that one that whenever I'm going through it, I can call him. Even though sometimes I don't like it, I can guarantee he gonna make some messed up joke out of my situation that's gonna make me laugh. And so we're gonna end up lighthearted. So that's something that he teaches me all the time.
man. A
I
lot
do
of
want
men.
to take a second. Go ahead, Rolo.
Oh, sorry, sis. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. It's on you. Pass the
Yeah.
ball.
Man, a lot of men don't get enough credit for their contribution in their kids' lives for real. And a lot
Yeah,
of people always think it's about the material things, but sometimes it's just about dropping
Mm,
jewels. You got to
really
give
it
your
is.
kids some information that they can use throughout life, you know what I mean? And sometimes that's best done by the pop, or at least a
Yeah,
father figure, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to all the men dropping jewels
for
in their
real.
kids' lives, whether it be their daughters or their sons,
yeah.
especially their daughters, though.
I wish I had a Clues bomb, one of them DJ Clue bombs. Boom.
For real.
That would have hit perfect. Oh,
And
that would
when
have
I think about fathers, though, I think about not just my father, but there were more than a few men in my life that really inspired me as a father figure in my life growing up. And I had a lot of uncles too, but that ain't for this show. So, um, everybody was our uncle back in the day. Um, uh, But anyway, I had a couple of fathers, a couple men in my life that were like father figures that gave me a lot of knowledge and a lot of game. And looking at it now that I'm grown, I really appreciate the jewels they gave me more than any material possessions they ever could have offered me. Like my uncle Darren, he was a father figure to me growing up, like strong. I reached out to him this morning, and let him know like you are a lot of the reason why I am the woman who I am today.
Yeah,
And I appreciate you. And then of course my father, who we didn't always see eye to eye. But and even in his mess, he always made sure that we knew that he loved us,
yeah,
and he was aggressive with his love, like, come here, you mine.
yeah,
And I feel like I got that from him too, because I feel like, if you mine, you mine. I have the mine, like, my baby, my dad, it's
yeah,
mine in front of everything.
yeah,
Really possessive. And I feel like I got that from my father. So he
yeah.
taught me a lot. Jose says his dad showed him how to show up no matter what. My mom says her dad taught her work ethic. And then
Okay.
Shannon said she got her mouth from her dad.
uh, oh,
Hey,
that
Yeah.
I'm another female.
oddly enough, my oldest daughter's the same way. She get her attitude and her mouth from her dad for real.
I'm one of them females too. I definitely have my papa's sense of humor. I have his mouth. Yeah,
Hey,
that's a whole lot.
hey, one thing too for sure, I ain't scared of shit either. My
Nah,
dad
Uh,
taught me, hey, don't be scared of nothing. Don't back down from nobody.
Yeah.
And so my whole life,
That's
I
a
ain't never
fact
really had it
for
in me
real.
to back down because I seen him act a nut plenty of times in life.
Man.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
But
will say that. My daddy gave me that superwoman complex too. Growing up, seeing him and how he was and how he moved with no fear, that was instilled in me as well. Like shoot, I looked up to he was my superhero. He's still my superhero. Both of them are my superheroes. And the way that they carry themselves is amazing to me. That's why I'm like, oh yeah, yeah, that get up and go, that don't let nothing phase you. I feel like I got it double because I inherited a lot of traits from my dad that raised me, but meeting my dad that made me let me know of how many traits that I had that are from him. And it's amazing. I'm like, yeah, I got a double dose. And I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful that I've had two men in my life to really help guide me, even still to this day, to help guide me, because I am aware that there's a lot of kids out there, male and female, that don't have that. So I'm super grateful for that. I will say that. Like, fathers mean a lot, and like we said, they don't get enough credit. Y'all don't get enough credit. Y'all really don't.
yeah, I want to also take a second right now. So today we're talking about fathers. Marco just asked, what are we talking about? So tonight we're
Yeah,
talking about fathers, Father's Day, special tributes to fathers,
yeah,
and then the special men in your life that may have been a father figure. I do want to take time out to give a special shout out to stepfathers,
yeah,
because those are huge shoes to fill. And I know there's a lot of them out here that are
yeah,
raising
for
kids like
real.
their own and teaching boys how to be men and teaching young ladies how to be loved properly. I think that it takes a lot from a man, to step up and take care of another man's child like their own. And
yes,
so, shout out to all the stepfathers that are tapping in or might be on here,
yeah,
raising other people's kids. Like, we see you. Salute for me, for
yes,
sure.
So
for real.
You're appreciated. And I know y'all probably don't hear that a lot, because men, I feel like we think they're just supposed to get up and go. This is just who
Right.
they should be. But I mean, I do see it a lot, and I just shout out to y'all.
Yes, that's
man,
very important too.
appreciate it for sure.
Yeah,
For real, for real.
that holds a special place in my heart, especially because my situation. Because those of y'all that do not know, I'm gonna share a little bit of my little history. But biologically, my children, there's three fathers. Now, my oldest, my first, I got pregnant when I was a teenager. He split. He was my best friend. It is what it is. No hatred. We good. But I will say the second father, Sean, he stepped in and he helped play the hand in raising Takia. And that right there, still to this day, is like, and not only did he play a hand in raising mine, but he still carries on and he's raising other kids. You know what I'm saying? And I commend him for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, like I said, that holds a special place in my heart because it does take a lot. It takes a lot from a woman to raise another kid, let alone a man. And men, y'all's emotions are different than ours. You know what I'm saying? Y'all's heart is different than ours. And for that to be able to be done, like, yes, I love that. I commend y'all. Salute to y'all as well on my end, because that's something big.
Hi,
Hey,
Melanie. Hi, Joyce. Hi, Waya. I do see you
Yep.
guys popping on. If you guys are popping on tonight, we were supposed to talk about trauma bonding. We did shift subjects tonight. So tonight we're giving a special tribute to the fathers, for Father's Day. We're talking about the special men in our lives, whether that be husbands, boyfriends, fathers, uncles that may have raised you,
Right.
brothers, all the men in your life who are fathers and out here actively taking care of children, and even the ones that might not actively be taking care of children. Sometimes it takes a while for men to grow up and step up and be there, but you're a father. We salute you too. We ain't
Yeah.
here to beat you down today.
We salute you. Yep.
for
Today. Hey.
sure.
And we got to also point out, though, sometimes it's not always the father's fault why he's not in the child's life. So
Thank
we
you.
also have to point that out and just
Yeah,
be
Yeah.
honest about it. Because I've seen that situation a lot. I've seen situations to where women use kids as weapons, and if you not with me and if you ain't doing what I say, you can't see your kids. And I've seen a
yeah,
lot of men fall victim of that. You know what I'm saying? And then those same men never tell their side of the story. They're never, because a lot of men are not going to bash the mom. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, then you just deal with an absent father, then the father getting bashed, and then you got the woman looking like the savior. So I mean, we're gonna point out those situations too. because even the absent fathers, all y'all are not absent just because you choose to be absent. Sometimes there's other situations involved. But
Man,
if you look at
I've seen it to where baby mamas be so crazy to where men just be like, I'm not gonna go through that.
Nah,
You know, I'm not
yeah,
saying that that's the case all the time, but I have
right,
seen it to where it's like, why would you want to deal with that? You know what I mean? And it's sad because people don't realize, like, when you do that, when you keep a child from their father, your child misses out. I don't care what nobody
yeah,
says, especially if you got little girls. Like, every girl needs her father, every boy
yeah,
needs their father, because a woman can't teach a little boy how to be a man. We can only teach them to a certain point, and after that, you have to have a man. There has to be a
yeah.
man there to teach him that. So
That's true.
and
I
I
believe that's
myself
true.
have personally been through that, where I've had one of my kids' moms use my child as a pawn.
Yeah,
But you know what I mean? There isn't a whole lot I can do about that, because back then, at least, the legal system didn't really work for me. It worked against me. You
yeah,
know what I mean? And it's just crazy how my background could be scot free, clean, no issues, no nothing, but I still have to jump through hoops like a criminal in order to have my daughter, and still don't get her. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
even
yeah.
after doing, even after being in compliance with everything they asked me to do, still didn't get her. So, sometimes the legal system definitely, not so much now, but at least back then,
yeah,
it was a mess, man.
Well,
It was
I feel like too, a
crazy.
lot of states are mother states, and
Yeah,
so they'll do
Kansas
anything
being
they
one of them.
can. Yeah, and so they'll do anything they can to reintegrate the child with the mom, no matter what the situation is. It could be
Yeah,
some crazy off the wall situation, and they'll still do what they can to give the child back to their mom. So, I mean, it happens all the time, and it's really sad. But one thing that I learned in life from raising everybody else's kids is that kids never forget who loves them,
yep,
and when
period.
they grow up, they gonna come home
yep,
so they can keep them. And I get to that point now where keep them. If they're not
yeah,
old enough to make that decision on their own, keep them. I'm not going to go back and forth with nobody about nobody's child.
Yeah,
No matter how much I love them, and it hurts. Because when you love a child, you love a child. But when they get grown, they come home. I've
yeah,
yeah.
seen it happen. They come.
That's true.
man. And I've raised enough kids in my life to know, you know what I'm saying, that everything you saying is true. Because I mean, I've not just my own kids, but other people's kids too. You know what I mean? And I definitely ain't got no problem with that. Those are my babies. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care about biological nothing. You know what
Yeah,
I mean? Like, you're my child. If I'm raising you, you mine. Period. Like,
Yeah.
and your
yeah.
pops is gonna have to come put his finger on my nose and tell me otherwise. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, that's the one thing my uncle Darren used to have to tell me all the time because he was like a dad growing up in my life. That's what I was talking about just a little bit ago. And he
Yeah.
used to be like, "We don't do that stepdaughter, stepdad,
Yep,
stepmom.
None of
Like,
that.
if you my child, you my child. Like, we're
Yeah.
not doing all that. That's your brother, that's your sister. Like, we don't play that
Yep.
step. What is that?
yeah,
Like, so
Yeah.
he
And
taught me
see,
that
that's the
growing up
same thing with
too.
my sister. They'd be like, "That's your half sister." Nah, that's my sister. We
right,
Yeah.
came from the we came from the same mom. You know
right.
what
Yeah,
I'm
that
saying?
don't
It'd
even.
be
Hey, I've never understood that. I've
yeah,
never
like
understood that. Like, that's my sister. You know what I
period.
mean? Like,
For
I
real.
don't. That don't even make sense.
That's my
Right,
sister or my brother. It don't even matter. Like, we
right.
come from the same moms. That don't even matter. And I got brothers from another that is still my brothers, and you ain't gonna be able to tell me different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
That
saying?
that's black family style for the most part.
Hey, I'm just
Yeah,
telling, but I'm saying, like,
Hey, we all
sometimes
family. There ain't
I'm
no
telling
in
you for
between.
real. Like, blood don't always make you close. You know
Yep,
what I
and that's
mean?
true.
So,
That's
hey,
true.
them is my peoples. But as far as like the kids go, man, I love kids. Like, they didn't ask for this. So while I'm here, and if I can offer a hand and help lead them in the right direction, I feel like I'm obligated to do so. It don't matter whose kid it is.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah,
I
fact.
wouldn't tell anybody else's kid something I wouldn't tell my own. So, like,
yeah,
and I've raised a couple grown ass kids too. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I feel honored to be able to say that, because a lot of people don't just feel like nobody really mess with them like that, or they've lost a parent. You know what I'm saying? They lost their father, so they don't have
yeah,
opportunities like that no more. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah.
So yeah, I feel honored to be able to do it, honestly. And I feel like I'm a good dad, like for sure, because I don't put nothing above my kids, no matter what it is.
Well, you are, bro. Just to
Like
confirm that you're a great father.
I drop anything and everything for them,
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
real.
Yeah, hey, you know what, bro? While we're on here, I'm gonna give you your flowers, because I've watched you be a dad, and you're an awesome dad, and
Yeah.
not just to the children that you gave birth to, but to the children that are around you and that you're raising right now.
Yeah.
And so I know you probably hear it a lot around there because you got a lot of love running through your house. But salute, I see you. You're an awesome
Thank you,
Salute,
father.
bro.
thank you
Yes.
for sure.
Hi,
I
Alex.
appreciate it.
I want to say
Hey,
hi
they
to my
do be trying to
auntie.
run
Hey,
me raggedy
Michaela.
though. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Huh?
You said what?
I said they do be trying to run me raggedy. Like my beard last year was black.
that's,
That shit was
that's
Hey,
black.
parenting for you.
Alex. Happy Father's Day, Alex.
Happy
You're
All
an
Father's
right.
Day
awesome
Happy
father
Father's
too.
Day.
for sure.
I
Yes,
got to
my.
give a special shout out. I have to do this. It's on my spirit, but to all of our all the fathers that have transitioned, happy Father's Day to our daddies in heaven.
Yeah.
Yeah, that because I know people today. This might trigger some people today, but happy Father's Day to daddies in heaven too, because they matter. They
Hell
matter.
Yeah.
yeah, they do.
Oh
So,
Man.
my gosh, you guys. I don't mean to stop. So
but
Alex just dropped in the comments that his baby was born today. This is his second child. I've
oh,
been waiting for this baby for
Yo,
congratulations!
years.
congratulations.
So Alex worked for me in Garden City at Starbucks, and then when I left and went to the restaurant, he came with me. And so right as I was leaving, I kept wishing babies on him and his woman, his wife, soon to be wife. And I kept telling him, like, you guys need another baby. He was like, I'm not doing that. And then, like, right before I was moving, he was like, guess what? She's pregnant.
Yo.
So
Oh, that's what's
I'm
Yo.
super,
up.
super excited for you guys. Alex, congratulations. Happy Father's Day time
Yes,
two now. Wishing number three on you in 2020, mother six. Okay.
right.
And make sure
Not
you
next
send me
year.
pictures. Oh, yeah, right back to back.
Oh
We
my
need those
God,
Man,
back to back.
you're wild. You're
that
Oh,
is
blessed for
wild.
that.
okay, so comments. I know
Yeah,
Lacey is on here. Hey, boo. Lacey says definitely shout out to my stepdad. He has always been there for us from day one. Still to this day, 32 years old, I can call my stepdad for anything. He even comes and mows my grass for me once a week. So big shout out to
that's
my
what's up.
stepdad.
That's what's
Salute,
up. Shout
stepdaddy.
out,
Thank
stepdad.
you.
Yeah.
Happy Father's Day. You told him we said Happy Father's Day.
Yes.
B says my real dad wasn't in my life. My sister's dad was in my life. He adopted me and as his own. Just taught me to love people and don't hold grudges too long.
Hey, that's beautiful. Yeah,
Hey, for real though.
Jose says yes. Waya is mine. Lacey says period. My sisters are my sisters. Ain't no step. Period.
yeah.
I love
Um,
that for real.
D says sadly when I almost when I was almost getting the chance to meet my real dad, finally he passed in 2023. Happy Father's Day to your father in heaven, D.
Yes.
Yeah,
Um,
happy
and
Father's
big
Day.
hugs to you, girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. But big hugs to you.
Yeah.
And then we got Miss Shannon says, my son sent me a text today telling me Happy Father's Day.
No, that's what's up. So I have a question, Rolo. This is for you because you're a male.
I knew it.
So, okay. So when it comes to, oh, my camera's moving. I'm hitting the cord. So when it comes to, do you women, let's just say women that have to play both roles, do you feel like women shouldn't get recognition on Father's Day? Because I hear a lot of comments about that. Like,
Hey,
how do you
listen.
feel about that?
If you doing both the your job and the job of your of the absent father, then yeah, you do.
Okay.
And I say that because I was raised by my mom. You know what I mean? So yeah, I feel like she. Matter of fact, I told her Happy Father's Day earlier today. You know what I'm saying? It was
Yeah.
kind of jokingly, but I also meant it. You know what I mean? Because she
Yeah.
did have to do both jobs, even though my pops was around, he wasn't around. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I don't know him, but I know of him. I've seen
Yeah.
him, I've met him, but he didn't do nothing for me. My mom's did everything for me. So shout out to you, mom. I love you and
Okay.
appreciate it. And happy Father's Day.
That's what's up. Okay. For everybody that's popping in on my page, because I see
Hold
y'all
on, hold
coming
on,
in. Hey,
hold on,
Talisha.
Shay.
Hey everybody, hey Antoinette. I asked a question to you guys because they probably didn't hear the question. So this is a Father's Day tribute. We're talking about all the positive stuff about fathers, and I asked the question, what did your father teach you, or what did you inherit from your father? If your father's not around, what do you feel like you got from him? And if he is around, what did he teach you? So y'all tap in the comments and answer that for me.
Hey Ashley, what do you feel about the last question?
Did you see my face?
Yeah,
What?
I
I
just
don't
want to know.
I just feel like women. So I guess for me, and this is kind of what I said, because you guys also, let me, before I answer that question. So this
Okay.
month is Men's Mental Health Month as well. So I just want to give a special shout out to men who are going through mental health
Yeah.
issues and might not have an outlet or anybody to talk to. We love you, and
Yeah.
I hope that you understand that it's okay for you to feel and to cry and to go through whatever that you need to go through as a man. And we love you.
Yeah.
With
Correct.
that being
Yeah.
said, like, to the last question, I get that, there's single mothers out here. I was one for 7 years, until I
Yeah.
met Lloyd. Um, I don't want recognition on Father's Day, because I feel like mothers are recognized all year long. I feel like
Yeah.
there's so many different ways that women are pushed to the forefront ahead of men and celebrated, that just give them their day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just give them their day. Like it's and but I mean, I'm not saying like if your kids want to reach out to you and say Happy Father's Day, cool, whatever. But for me, like women on Facebook talking about, oh, Happy Father's Day to me, like no,
I feel
no.
like that's hateful. See, I've never wanted that energy because for me, it's not a joyous, beautiful thing to be a single mother. So I don't want that recognition. Like I used to stop people from calling me, like my brothers would call me like Happy Father's Day, Shalonda. No, I'm not their dad. Like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, yes, I'm forced to teach them certain things that a father would try, teach them, but I'm not their dad and I'm not taking that credit. I'm just doing a little extra what I need to do to get my kids to where they need to be. So I've never even wanted that credit. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying? So I
listen.
mean, I don't know.
I watched
I-
my mom put my first bicycle together. Something my no, for real, something my
yeah,
pop should have been doing. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? And never did. I saw my mom and uncle carry my TV into my room. Something my pop should have been doing.
I
So
mean,
yeah.
yeah, I feel like I should definitely express my gratitude to her on Father's Day. Anyway, it's not necessarily that I'm trying to take credit from my pops who did nothing. I'm
Yeah.
just also trying to say, Mom, I understand. You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
not
Like,
saying that's not what I was saying. So if that's what Rolo, I don't know what happened. It looked
I
like you
think it
fell
faded
off.
out.
So that's definitely not what I'm trying to say. I'm saying though, I'm not saying like if your kids reach out to you and tell you Happy Father's
Yeah,
Day because that's how they feel, that's fine. But I'm
yeah,
saying like the hateful women out here that are like,
yeah. That's
oh, Happy
blatantly
Father's
taking
Day to
credit.
me, Happy Father's Day to me,
I
like
keep
my baby,
freezing.
my baby daddy ain't this and he ain't that, like like that's just played out to me.
But
Like
those type of women, and that's just being real, those type of women that be on that type of time, most of those women got baby daddies that actually want to be there. Those be the ones that's using the kid as the weapon. So I mean, that's why, because like I said, there's some of us, a lot of us out here that don't want that credit because we don't want to be in the situation. So oh yeah, Rolo's having technical difficulties, y'all. But while I'm saying, I want to say hey to everybody popping in. Hey, cuz I see you on here, and she done told me Happy Father's Day. I ain't no father. I don't want that credit, but I thank you still. I thank you.
yeah,
Yeah.
see, like that, like stuff like that. Like I'm a
Yeah, I
mother.
mean, and I do. I feel like I'm just doing extra work as a mom. Like I'm just doing a little bit more, but I'm never gonna take credit for none of that. Like
And I guess
because
for me, like, I don't feel like us as women, it's not considered extra work. And that's just how I look at it. Like, women, we don't have a choice. Like, legit, if you're a good mother, like, and you are gonna rock with you don't have a choice. So it's not like you're taking on extra work. This is what you're supposed to do as a mother.
well,
Yes, I know. Oh, let me finish.
okay,
Yes, I know that the father should be there. Yes, I know that a child needs both parents,
yeah,
but I'm not gonna ask you for credit for something that I'm doing as a mother because I'm the mother. I'm gonna go hard for my child all day, every day. So while we
Yeah.
carry children and raise children as mothers, I mean, that's just who we are. That's what we were made to be. And if a man chooses not to be there, that's on them. I don't want their credit. That's how I feel.
I agree. I agree. But the part where I feel like it can be extra work is the situation is like, okay, we're having sons, and maybe Ashley, you might be able to relate, maybe not. But I feel like, and I'm gonna focus on the boy situation. Okay, having sons, especially with Damien because he's 14. I feel like there's certain conversations and certain guidance that I shouldn't even be doing. Like, this is for your father figure. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like I'm forced to step in and say certain things, like to talk to these kids about, having sex and certain issues in life. Like, I feel like when it comes to a teenage boy, that's something that, father figure talks to their sons about. But unfortunately, in my situation, I'm forced to, have certain conversations with him. And I'm thankful that Big Damien talked to me before he transitioned. Like, he told me everything that he wanted the boys to know. And I'm thankful for that. But even with me sitting my son down during these times that their dad wanted me to share this information with them, like, I feel like that is a little extra, because if he was around, I wouldn't be doing it. Like, that would be him and his father, teaching how to wear protection and talking about that. Like, that would be a bond between him and his father. So
Right.
for me, that's what I'm saying when it comes to, there's certain things that, a father does that a mother won't have to do if the father was around. And that's just being real. You know what I'm saying? Like, certain conversations Lloyd can have with Trey Saya that you don't even have to worry about.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm referring to. Like, I do feel like that's extra work, because if their dad was around, I wouldn't be doing it. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
that's
And but that's what I'm saying. That's why I try to clarify. Like, I don't feel
yeah,
like it's not extra work. Let's clarify that right now. It is extra work doing two jobs, but I
yeah,
don't feel like me as a mother, when I was a single mother, like I'm a mother. I'm gonna go hard for mine regardless. He gonna be straight. And
yeah,
so I didn't look at it as extra work. And I still don't today. Like, there's conversations that I wish Lloyd would have with Trey Saya. So I didn't
yeah,
have to. But I think that sometimes men don't think like we do.
yeah.
Like, they're super chill in the way they parent. And for me, like, I'm like, oh my God, is he gonna hear this from somebody else? What is he going through? You know what I mean? He's like, hey, he's good. You know what I mean? Like, just let him
Yeah,
be. And I'm like, well, don't you think we should talk to him about this? And he's like, no. You know what I mean?
yeah,
and so and so I end up having the conversation because I feel like it needs to be had. But I don't know. I just feel like as a mother, like, I don't know, I'm a step for mine. So, and I don't need recognition for that from
yeah,
the
yeah,
whether it's being a mother or a father, or this is something that the father should be doing. Like, I'm a step all day for mine. So
yeah,
Hey, but in some situations too, the roles are reversed. You got fathers out here raising kids solo dolo. You
yeah.
know what
so
I mean?
many, so
So
many.
many,
So many
and they
of
don't
them,
get
yeah.
recognized.
For real. And like with my daughter, when she started her cycles or whatever, like I was the one who jumped in, like, all right, we good. This is what you need to do. You know what I'm saying? And took care of that. It's just natural because I just primarily have daughters, you know what I'm saying? So
I
I've
gotta
always been
say
through
this,
that.
y'all. I gotta tell y'all this. Hey, Rolo's such a good dad. This dude had a fanny pack with pads in it ready.
I still do. I
He be
swear I
ready for
still
them
do.
girls. That's
Right
what's
now.
up.
They
That's
got
what's up,
pads
though.
and
That's what's up.
tampons. Like I got everything I need in my bag.
He
Like
be ready, y'all.
I carry it all the time.
Period. Okay.
For
Okay.
real.
That is a prepared dad. I like that, because both of my dads be like, ugh, oh,
Yeah, nah, not me shit. When she like, hey, if I can cut open a deer, I can deal with that. So
yeah.
that's all I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
that ain't nothing. She be like, hey, can you go to the store? I'm like, yeah. I mean, most people looking know they ain't for me. At least I hope they know. But you
Right.
know what I'm saying? Like, them ain't mine, bro. You tripping?
Well, we're gonna move on from that.
Yeah.
Get out of here. You know what? Don't start.
Teresa, hey, what's up, girl? Good to see you. It's been a long time. I'm happy that you're on. Michelle, hey, I see you popping on, girl.
All right.
Um, my mom says me and my friends have always recognized each other on this day, and I don't think there's anything hateful about it. But you're not a father. That's my opinion. But that's just my opinion, though. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, whatever y'all choose to do, that's on y'all. But for me, like, you're a woman.
Yeah.
I don't think you need to be recognized. Just stand by for Mother's Day.
Yeah.
Anyways, I feel like if you want, Melanie says, I feel like if you want to celebrate your mom on Father's Day, do it, but not for me. My dad left my mom with 7 kids at home when I was 4. I was married while my kids were growing up, but he was gone all the time. So basically, a single mom. But I don't want recognition on Father's Day. And then she said, right, it's a part of the job. Nice when he shows up to help out. P.S. I put bikes together too. Period. Because I put all of
Period.
my son's
Yes.
bikes together.
Bikes, beds, doorknobs.
Hi, Kayla. Kayla says happy Father's Day to everybody. Um, and mamas, dads, Lord. Okay. Gwendolyn says, I don't think we ever shouted it like recognize me, just a single mother role recognition, I guess. I'm not knocking none of y'all.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't want my opinion to come across as whatever, but I'm just telling you, like for me and myself, I don't believe in that. Like
Yeah.
I'm not gonna call my best friend Shalon and be like, hey girl, I know you're a single mom, happy Father's Day. Like, no, I talked to her on Mother's Day. What do I need to do that for?
I ain't gonna lie, that would trigger somebody like me anyway. Like,
Yeah, I'm not no
I don't know.
father.
I'm just being honest. For me, that would trigger me because, like I said, I don't want that recognition. I got a baby daddy that's transitioned. I don't want that. I don't want to hear that. That ain't gonna do nothing but remind me my baby daddy ain't here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Teresa says happy Father's Day, Rolo. There's been quite a few
Yeah,
people on here that have said
Thank
happy
you.
Father's Day,
yeah,
Rolo.
Rolo.
Hey,
Yeah,
I
everybody's
greatly
telling you Happy
appreciate it.
Father's Day, bro.
I do. I greatly appreciate it for real.
Tanya just popped on. Hi, Auntie Tanya. She says, hey, hello, happy Father's Day.
Okay.
Thank you, Aunt Tanya.
So asking the question again for everybody that's coming on, I'm gonna keep repeating this. So in honor of Father's Day, if what did your father teach you? If he's not around, what do you feel like you inherited from your father? Drop it in
Uh,
the comments for us.
I think my pops not being around taught me what not to be
Yeah,
because I aspire to be everything he wasn't. You
That's
know
a
what I
good
mean?
one.
Like
that is.
everything he wasn't is exactly what I want to be. And that's
Yeah.
exactly why I carry a bag with tampons in them. And that's exactly why
Yeah,
I, you know what I'm saying? I constantly am with my kids, and especially my daughters, you know what I'm saying? Because my boys, they always want to rip and run, play basketball, do that. But my girls, they cling to me, you know what I mean? So I try to make sure I'm prepared in every way to make sure that they're straight no matter what's going on. Even as far as packing her a little bag and having it in her backpack so when she's at school, she can handle her business there. You know what I'm saying?
that's
Just
what's up. Yeah,
I feel like more men with daughters especially need to be not necessarily need to be. Don't make it sound. I don't want to sound like I'm trying to tell you what to do, but shit, just be prepared. You know what I'm saying? You never know.
that goes a
When
long way with your daughter too.
yeah, for real, for real. And
That
that
like
way she
that
knows she could
establishes
count on
trust.
you.
That
Yeah,
establishes trust with her dad, and I say that as a girl with fathers, like, you know what I'm saying, that right there is so big. It's more than just the pads and the tampons. Like, they
yeah,
look at you like, hey, daddy really got my back,
for
and
real.
that right there is humongous.
Yeah.
And that's
'Cause
why I be
my dad
saying
loves
like,
me, but he wasn't carrying around no tampon.
hey, and that's what I'm saying. Like, man, it's more than about just the material
Yeah,
stuff. You know what I'm saying? A
yeah,
lot of us like to express our love for our children with material things, and I do that too. I'm not gonna lie, but I also want them to know that I love them beyond that. You
yeah,
know what I mean? Like, I really do, and that's why I do carry stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, because I need to be just as prepared as she is. You know what I'm saying? Plus, those are dual use. Like most people don't even know. Like, what if you have a bloody nose? You know what I'm saying? Or
right.
what if you get lost in the woods with no toilet paper? You're welcome.
Not what if you get lost in the woods and no toilet paper.
Yeah, you're welcome. By the way,
Sounds like a shitty day to me.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
Oh
And
no.
that kind of reminds me of when we were talking about the prison and incarceration. We were talking about, kids just really wanting their parents to be there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
And like the materialistic things. Like I remember all the stuff, the memories that I had with my father, like, being around and him like um tore up singing, knowing he can't sing, like, and the parties and just
Yeah.
hanging out together more than and going fishing and stuff like that. I remember that kind of stuff more than anything he's ever bought for me.
For
Yeah.
real.
Yeah. And that's true. Because now that as you were talking, I was reflecting on it myself. And I'm like, I remember a few gifts, but you're right. Like, I don't remember much of what he was bought, but I remember what I was taught, all the lessons, the time spent. Like, yeah, that's
Yeah.
very important. And that's why I have a rule, to be honest. And this is me as a mother. This is only me. I don't care what people think about it. But when it comes to my kids' father, my rule is pouring into them is more important than anything, because and this is
Yeah.
what I believe, like Ashley said, I'm a mama that's gonna make it happen, however, whenever, wherever. I got my
Promise.
kids from the cradle to the womb. Like, I got them. As long as I'm breathing, they don't have to worry about nothing. So with me having that mind frame, for me, my kids father, y'all know, play your role and do what you're supposed to do, as far as speak life to them, love them, help guide them. But as far as financially, do what you can do when you can, because it's everything else that matters more than that money. Like we just said, they're not going to remember everything you bought them, but they're going to remember everything you taught them. So
Yeah.
for me, that's what I focus on as a mother. As long as you're doing your job and your half when it comes to that, you know what I'm saying? I feel satisfied, and I know a lot of mothers that would disagree, like, nah, he need to pay what he weigh. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm a hustler times five. So it's like, I got a lot of stuff going on. I'm not hurting for no change. Like, no, I'm hurting to have someone else here when these kids are overwhelming me, when they're crying, when they in their
Yeah.
emotions. That's what I need. I need someone to be like, hey, calm down, baby. Like, let your mama breathe. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the stuff that's important to me.
Yeah.
Having that other person there, like for instance, my girl's daddy, he prays with them all the time. He, you know what I'm saying? So that's the type of stuff that I love. You know what I'm saying? Like that time spent, those prayers, those, that emotional support.
Yeah.
So I'm big on that, to be for
And
real.
you know what? It's crazy that you say that. So my nephew is on here, and I know his situation too, and it kind of reminds me of what you were just talking about. He just dropped in the comments, and he said, "So it's the mother's fault since my daughter hasn't called me today, and she's only 5. I still haven't talked to my baby yet, and I called to talk to her, and I didn't get an answer." Shaking my head. Andre, happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day to
Happy
you.
Father's
And
Day.
I'm gonna keep praying for you in that situation because I know you're a good father. And don't let that knock you down or tear you down. And you guys, it makes me emotional because I've watched so many men in my life go through that to where they want to be a part of their child's life. Like they
Yeah.
want to be there. They want to be able to have those conversations with their child and take them out and do this and do that with them. And the mothers just be so bitter that they just
Yeah.
keep that from them, not even understanding like you're building resentment. When that child grows up, they're gonna resent you because every child wants a father. I don't care what nobody
Yeah.
says.
Yeah.
And so, Andre, just know we just got done talking about it a little bit ago. I know it's hard right now, but one day your baby girl is going to grow up and she's never going to forget how you loved her.
I
So she's
Yeah.
going to come
promise you.
home.
I promise you,
She's
for
going to
real.
come
Yeah.
home. Like, don't even sweat the small stuff, nephew. Just keep pushing and do what you got to do to get yourself right.
For real, man.
Yeah.
So
Definitely.
Tanya says, my dad taught me work ethics, respect your elders, and we had to run a farm as kids. I'm talking 5 years old and up. Dad taught me a whole lot.
That's what's up.
Um,
Man.
Melanie says, as I said, my dad left when I was 4. I never knew him. I met him a few times when I was an adult. I guess I inherited the itchy feet. He loved to move and I love to travel. Hey, bro, listen,
Okay.
listen,
Say
hey,
slow feet don't eat.
that's a
Man.
blessing in itself, girl. If that's what you inherited, hey,
There
because
you go.
some people never get to go anywhere in life but where they're from. So if you're
Yeah.
traveling, salute to your father. Listen, I tell my parents, I appreciate them, and this is for both of them, for everything they did do and everything they didn't do, because it
Mhm.
made me who I am today. And so
Yeah.
sometimes you just really got to step back and appreciate the absent parent, because I think an
Yeah,
absent parent is better than having a part-time parent.
that is very
For real.
true. Yeah.
That's that, yeah. And see, Lou, my oldest, was the one who really taught me like the do's and don'ts as far as being a parent, because her and I grew up together. You know what I mean? Like, because I was a teenager when she was born, and honestly, She was probably the easiest one. I'm not even gonna lie to you. For real. It's the ones that be acting like felons that be driving me crazy for real. Like they need to chill out with that shit.
You're
Like I be
raising them,
trying
so what does
hey,
that mean?
hey, I have to walk in that room like, hey, cuz listen,
And he's treating
you
them like
know,
gang members. That's
yeah,
why they
like,
act like felons.
hey, bro, like I'm gonna have to tell you right now, what you doing, unacceptable, my brother. You know what I mean? Like, you have to come at them like that. But man, I'm telling you right now, I'd do anything in this world for them kids. Anything. It doesn't matter what it is.
Yeah,
Even if I don't want to, I'd drop everything for them.
Yeah.
Like, not even a question. And they know it too. And sometimes they take advantage of it. Trying to have me out here playing basketball in this hot heat. But you know what I'm saying? I do it because I love them. Like, for real.
yeah,
Melanie says, bro, that is awesome. I think things have changed through the decades, and I'm glad men are stepping up in these ways. Amen. I see
Absolutely.
it
yeah,
so much now. Like I really do. Men, fathers now, it's like it's totally different. Like I'm not saying all fathers, but I know some fathers that they step for their kids. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like
Yeah.
it used to be back in the day, she want to take me to court, put me on child support. I just ain't gonna mess with it type situation.
Yeah.
They're going to court and fighting for their kids these days. Well, let's go. I'm
yep,
coming for
yep.
mine. And
I'm
so
not
I
gonna I'm
mean,
not gonna let up.
I got two
Period.
brothers who do that, and they don't play no game about theirs.
Yeah,
And
I'm
that's
not.
one thing I want to shout out all the men in my family because like we always pinpoint, like you hear so much about how all these men are not there, and I'm gonna say I actually have a family full of good fathers, like and for any of y'all, my cousins, second, third, remove whatever, I got a family full of good fathers, and I
Yeah.
just want to shout y'all out, like yes, happy Father's Day to all
hey
y'all, and I love
y'all, happy
y'all.
Father's
Yes,
Happy
y'all give me
Day.
Father's Day
hope.
for
Like,
sure.
yes, y'all fill my heart. Every time I see one of my cousins with their kids, it does something to me. Like I love that. That it really does something to me. It makes my heart smile. Like, yeah, these men in my family are doing the dang thing.
Hey, for
Yeah.
real, and I want to say this, and I want to say pardon everybody for what I'm about to say, but
Oh Lord.
I love seeing men that look like me with their kids regularly, because we
Yeah.
get a bad reputation about being
Yes.
absentee parents and absentee fathers and all that shit. And I
Y'all have
want
the
to
worst
clarify. I
reputation.
want to clarify something real quick.
That
I've been
wasn't
with
even that
every
bad.
single one of my children from the day they were born
There you
all the
go.
way up until now, to the day I draw my last breath. I will be there. Period. Ain't nothing nobody gonna say to me to make me change my mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So shout out to the fellas that look like me who don't get
Yeah.
enough props, because you think
Yeah.
society looks at you as being this absentee, and that's just not true. Like we don't, we the same as any other man, any
Yeah.
normal man. We want to be around our children just as much as they want to be around us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like I said,
Yeah.
I speak for me, but there's a bunch of men out here who just get shit on because they, everybody assumes that, you know what I mean? The
Yeah.
stereotypical, but no, I'll be the first one to tell you, not over here. It's not. Like I've
Yeah.
been with
So
every one of mine.
I just want you to
Always.
know, Rolo, that that was not even close to as bad as I thought it was about to be.
For
Um,
real.
and so I braced myself when you said what you said
I
and you
did
got ready
too.
to start talking.
Bro.
I was like, oh my God, please, Rolo, no, not tonight. But I totally agree, and
Yeah.
I think that's a
Yeah.
whole nother topic of you're right. The
Yeah.
stereotype for black male fathers is not facts. I know
Right.
several strong black men that are out here raising their children,
Period.
and I really feel like that. Like I said, that's a whole nother topic. It'll go too deep. We can run deep
Yeah.
on that topic, but we're here to be positive and celebrate fathers. But salute
Salute to all y'all.
Yeah, and
all
I'm
of
not
them.
trying to knock my white brothers and sisters or nothing like that.
No,
I'm just
I
saying,
don't think.
because times have changed from then to now. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I'm just saying, growing up, that's all you ever heard. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And
Yeah.
now the narrative has changed, and now
Oh
more
yeah.
Yeah.
people can see that. So you know what I mean? Like,
I know
shout out
several
to
single fathers.
Yeah.
me
I do
too.
too.
Me too, for real. And they do a damn. Hey, some of these fathers do better than women, for real. Like they are on top of. They learning how to do
Yeah.
hair. They're
Yeah.
learning how to do all kinds of
Yes.
stuff to take care of their kid, for
Yeah.
real. Like
Yeah. You
real
ain't
shit.
lying.
Like I had to learn how to do that shit because I have, like I said, I have mostly girls, so I had to learn how to do. I'm not pulling out no vacuum like trying to. Nah, I ain't doing all that. Like we gonna
What does the
wash.
vacuum do?
Well, yeah,
It
right.
pulls, it sucks the hair in there so you can put it in the ponytail easier.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
definitely something a dad came up with.
definitely.
Yeah, because what?
That's
I
crazy
and
work.
listen, it wasn't me. I do it the hard way like everybody else. So I'm just saying.
Hey, I gotta say this. My dad tried to do my hair one time and we were done, son. I remember I was 7 years
Nah.
old.
And I
And
learned how to braid too.
yeah, no, my dad had me looking like just straight out. I was like, nope. I was like, nope. I remember I cried so I want mom. That was the time I cried for my mom. Cause no, I was not going to school with my braids, ponytails sticking everywhere. Nope. That was the only time he tried to do my hair. Mm-mm.
Yo, my daughter Kayana liked me doing her hair better than her mom because I was nicer about the way I did it.
Well,
For real.
yeah.
Hey, most moms will pull your forehead off trying to get them knots off. I'm not even playing. Like,
You ain't lying.
yeah, and you
Yeah.
know, for some reason, everybody on earth is tender headed.
Yeah, it hurts when your head is getting snatched, and then most moms will smack you in the head quick soon as you know what I'm saying, move a little to the left.
Yeah, well, clearly I wouldn't know anything about that, but I'm just saying, like,
Okay, I want to read this comment.
let's do it.
Shantanice, I didn't even see this at first, but she said, my mom played both sides. We knew she wasn't daddy, but she stepped up to do both of what was needed. I celebrate her on Father's Day, but not as a daddy. Okay. Yeah, I
I
hear
can
that.
see that for surely.
Yeah. Hey, Robert, I see you on there, bro.
My dad's on the phone, you guys. Everybody say hey to my dad. Tell him
Hey,
happy
What's
Tim.
Father's
happening, Pop?
Happy
Day.
Happy Father's
Father's
Day.
Day.
I see you got the shades on.
He know we in the middle of the podcast.
Before she went on the podcast, so I didn't know I was on there. But
You
I
know we in
appreciate
the
all
middle
that.
of the podcast.
Hey, thank you guys. But I'm not a father. I'm a daddy.
Okay.
All right.
There's a difference, huh? Tell us the difference.
There's a great big difference. But anybody can be a father. They don't say, what I'm saying? It takes a special person to be a dad.
Okay. All right. I like that.
I
You're
can
right.
dig it for sure.
You
Okay.
know what
So
I'm saying?
happy
So,
Daddy's Day then.
being a daddy means that, even though I may not been involved in the creation of it, I
We can
stepped in.
barely hear him.
They call him a step dad for a reason because I stepped in where your dad wasn't doing where that other dude wasn't doing what he was supposed to be doing. So there's a
Okay.
difference between being a father and being a daddy.
Period. We just
Okay.
got
I
done.
hear
We
that.
I
just, we
feel
just
that
got
for
done giving
sure.
shout
Noted.
out to stepfathers.
Noted. Yes.
Yeah, for real, for
The
real.
stepdad will step in and do the shit that father won't do. Yeah,
Period.
I'm a father. I help create you, but I'm your daddy because I help raise you.
I
Damn.
love you,
Like that.
Dad.
Love you too. I'll have fun. Hey, I got my stuff for my podcast. I'm gonna jump on there with y'all one of these days, and we're gonna have a good conversation. Love
For
y'all.
sure.
Yes. Love you too.
Hey,
All
much
right, y'all
respect,
take
AG.
care.
All
Appreciate
right.
it.
Bye, Dad. Love
Bye
you.
bye.
Y'all, that's
Hey,
my dad.
You
hey,
so
for real.
goofy.
Hey, he dropping jewels though, for
That's the
real.
real stuff though.
Yeah.
I love my dad. I don't care what nobody say.
That's what I'm talking about. Like it's just something them older cats, them older daddies, like he said, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just something about the way they speak that lets you know like they don't play about their babies for real.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
dad don't play about me.
Like
Do you hear me? He'll
I'm
go to
telling
the
you,
ends of the earth and hell and everywhere else behind his daughter.
not even
Yeah.
playing, bro. Like
No, not even a little bit. I've seen it. It scares me.
yeah, I get super active about my babies for real.
Yeah. You know
Like
I want to, huh?
Go ahead.
I was about to say I want to talk about something else when it comes to having a good dad. As a daughter, having a good father makes it harder to date because I feel like when
I'm not
you
settling for shit.
yes, like for real,
hey,
when
for
you got
real
a
though.
daddy that's willing to step for you, it makes it harder for any dude to slack. And like, cause I find myself saying out loud, like, hey, I ain't got no daddy issues. I got a men that love me. You know what I'm saying?
For
I
real.
know what it feels like to be loved. So either we gonna move it and groove it, or we gonna move around. Like, I've been
Hey,
there before. And I think, like, I had to really look at myself, like, you're not the average female because you're loved so well. And now I'm loved
Hey,
by two men to the 10th power. So it's like, I think about that all the time. Like, it's hard for us females that have good fathers. It gets harder for us to date. We become more choosy.
and you should though, for
Yeah.
real. And
I
that
mean,
and
that's
that's
what's
how
supposed
that's
to
how I be
be.
talking to my daughter. Like, hey, you should be choosy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
It's
saying?
supposed
Like,
to be.
cause now you've set the bar where you need it to be. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? For you. And I've
Yeah.
helped set that bar. So now they have to compete with me. You know what
yep.
I'm saying? Because there ain't
If
nothing I'm gonna do
I'll
for
tell
my
a man
daughters.
fast,
Like,
I'll call my dad. You ain't gonna do it, I'll
period.
call my
For
dad.
real. Like, on
Let me
God.
call
And
my
that's
dad.
and that's how my girls are for real. Like, if
Yeah,
I'm
that's
out
me.
here, dad, I want this bag, and I'll hit up Aunt Ashley. You know what I'm saying? Or you know what I mean? Like, hey, you got a lot to compete with, bro. Like, when she
For
down,
real.
I'm the one that cuddles her and lets her know, man, everything's okay. I'll protect you
Yeah.
from the world. It don't even matter. Like,
Yep.
you know what I'm saying? And like I said, it's not about the material shit, but she gets that too. She closet full
Yeah.
of shoes, bags, all this shit. Like, hey, that's my baby. I can't help it. But when
Yeah.
it comes to like emotional and shit like that, like I'm her go to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, pops can make anything better. It doesn't matter
Yep.
what it
And he
is.
can. Hey,
Like,
Yeah, you can.
that's the crazy thing for a father. Hey, when I listen to you talk about your daughters, um, hey, it hits my soul and my heart for real because that's how I love my dad. Like when my
Yeah.
life is a mess, when I'm going through anything, it could be the slightest small thing. I'm calling my dad. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And now that I'm married, like I've even had to check myself, like, no, call your husband. You know what
Right.
I mean? Because I'm so used to calling my dad for everything. I still do. Um, that I've
you
tried to
know,
step back and be like, call your husband first. He
yeah.
always
Yeah.
says, I don't know. So I just end up calling my dad anyways. But I call my dad for everything. Like that's my rider, that's my everything. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of the things that are going on in my life right now today is because of him, because he believes in me. He
Yeah.
believes in my visions and my dreams and stuff like that. And for me, like that just speaks volumes. I love my
Yeah.
dad. So I think it's dope, that we all on here can say that we have that relationship with our fathers or being a
Or
father to a
right.
girl. You know what I mean? Like,
I
I
do.
don't
And
know. I just love it. I love it a lot.
I feel
Yeah.
like a lot of us fathers help instill strength in our daughters.
You
You know what I'm
do.
saying?
You do.
Because
You're our first heroes.
yeah,
You're our first
like
hero. You
we're
do.
the
Yeah.
we're the first ones to tell them like there is nothing in this world you cannot do. I assure you that. You
Yep.
know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, I promise you, there is nothing you can do. And
That's
our
true.
daughters grow up really believing that, and they should because it's a fact. I'm not gonna lie to you. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That's one thing I won't ever do is I won't ever sugarcoat anything for my kids. I tell them the direct truth every time, whether
Yeah.
they want to hear it or not. You know what I'm saying? And
Well, you did just get done saying on the show about kind of trust and can it ever be broken that sometimes you lie to your kids. You did say that.
Right.
about the
You
boogie,
did.
it
You did.
wasn't a lie. The boogeyman is okay. It was a lie, but listen, it was about the boogeyman. So I'm trying to protect. it's not that I'm trying to.
Protect.
It's
He
not that I'm
said it's
trying to be
protection,
deceitful.
though.
Like, hey,
You
if you
just
want to
you
see a
just told
real
us that you
monster,
lied to him. So
okay, listen. If they want to see a real monster, I will take them to see a real monster. Like, I'm trying to help them. Like,
all right,
you know
fine.
what I
We'll move
mean?
on then. We won't hurt people.
You know what I meant. That's just like yesterday. Shit, I went down to Wichita with my baby girl. You know what I'm saying, to help her out with her situation. Like I said, I'll do anything, and it didn't even pertain to me. But that's my daughter. If she's
Yeah.
hurt, I'm hurt. You know what I mean? Same thing with my boys. If they're hurt, I'm hurt because I
Yeah.
don't like to see them hurt.
Yeah.
And then I just get angry and be like, "Shit, what's the move?" You know what I'm saying? But
That's why
Yeah.
fathers are important. Fathers are so important. I mean, both parents are important, but fathers are so important because they're always the calm to the storm. And I can admit, a lot of us mothers, we the storm. And so that's why households
Girl.
need balance. That's why balance is important in the household, because you have the mother and the father. Like, I wish more of us younger people understood how important the family unit is. Like, you got so many mothers and fathers against each other.
Did you say younger? Were
We
you
are
talking about me
young.
and
We're not
Ashley?
old. We're
Oh,
young.
Were you
Rolo.
talking?
We're young.
Were you talking about me and Ashley? Oh, never mind. My bad.
I'm not about to play with you.
I
Yeah,
already knew where that was going,
I
Shay.
knew.
I don't even know why
I
you
knew.
backpedaled on that. You should have never even backpedaled on that. I
I,
knew.
hey, I
I'm
love her
still
so
young,
much, and
baby.
I love ruffling her feathers. That shit's so
Don't
funny.
make no sense. And he ain't nothing but a year behind me.
Right?
So I want you guys to know that we have these conversations in real life, and Shalonda hates me on Rolo. Like, she gets on here and she
Does.
pretends that she loves us so much,
I,
but she hates us. And it's okay because we love her, and it's fine,
that is
right,
Hey,
such a
Shalonda?
strong word.
we be starting shit with her at 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. She doesn't have time for us for real. But it'd
Thank
be
you,
so
Rolo.
funny because it sets the tone for the day, and usually you have a good day. So
Yeah.
for real.
We're not gonna throw that out there, okay?
Oh shit.
Hey, we do have a couple comments over on the
Okay.
Heightened and Enlightened
Oh, let's
page.
go.
Let's
So
see.
we have Miss Teresa says he was a stand-up man. He always told me in order to have anything in life, you got to work for it. And my stepdad is always a stand-up man. He tells me to stand up on my own 2 feet and to cook. It's so many things and time spent. And then Michelle says, I'm blessed my dad was always there growing up and continues to be. Roles have changed now that I have to help him do things. I can't wait to take care of my dad. Like, when my dad gets old, I don't care what nobody says. He's never going to a nursing home. He's coming with me. Like,
That's what my
if my
kids say for real.
mother-in-law is not, I mean, if my mom Marina, if she's not well and able, my dad's coming with me. Period. Like, he's not never going to no
Nah,
no
man.
old folks home. It ain't gonna happen. So now my mom, she gonna have to
You
live
are
with
don't
Bree. Now I'm playing. She gonna have to live
You
with
are
Bree.
cold as ice.
right.
Nah, my mama knows I'm taking her too. I'm always gonna take care of my mom and my daddy. I just be messing around because I know she's on
Good
here.
luck. Good luck with them old getting along. That ain't gonna happen.
Well, hopefully it never happens at the same time because ain't nobody gonna put up with that.
Right. Hey,
They gonna have to be on separate ends of the house.
I tell my pop all the time, and I've told my dad this. Hey, when they get up there, nobody's living with me. They're gonna have their own house, and I'm gonna pay for nursing. And with me being in the medical field, I'm gonna make sure I'm involved in their medical care. Other than that,
You sound you sound like Alicia.
they're gonna be at home. They're going to be
Nah,
in their own space, their own homes, but I'm in healthcare. So I'm going to make sure I have my hand in their medical care, and that's how I'm going to take care of them. But ain't
nah.
nobody
Let
living with
them
me.
let them
Hey
be in
y'all,
your house
hey
so they can
y'all.
track.
Hey,
Huh?
it sounds like she hustling to me.
I'm telling you.
You sound like you trying to hustle up on a check. I don't know. I might be tripping,
I'm
but
not about to play with you.
know what I
No,
Hey,
know.
let
they
them
know
in your
already.
house. Let them knock your shit over with their wheelchairs.
Nope, they nobody.
For real.
Well, see, by the time they get up there, I won't even have a house. I'm going to be living in an RV, so they can't live with me.
What? I thought we were moving to Texas. You know what? We're gonna talk
That's
about
a
this
whole
another.
nother conversation.
Yeah,
We're
we're
going
gonna talk about this
Yeah,
in a
because
second.
y'all just don't know
'Cause
what y'all are doing with y'all life. And
that's crazy.
honestly, like, I'm feeling some type of way. We're gonna talk about that off of here. So
yeah, we're going to talk
I've
but
about
been
that
on
later.
Texas,
Back
but
to
we'll
the
talk
father.
about that. Yeah, we'll talk about that.
my
Uh,
mom says my dad don't play about me. That's why he's daddy. He sacrificed for that role for sure and for the whole family. Shout out to my grandpa, because she
shout
ain't
out.
lying, baby. My grandpa
Shout
Dennis, he really does do a lot for us. And he taught me how to be a professional cusser. If I didn't learn anything else from him, I learned how to cuss somebody out in traffic. I learned how to cuss somebody out just because, and I learned to cuss just because all the time. Period.
Okay.
Cussing, cussing, cussing. Like, he taught me this mouth, boy. I didn't get my mouth from my dad. I got this mouth from my grandpa. And when I tell you, when I'm in traffic and somebody swerve and I start calling you every name in the book, my grandpa taught me that at a young age.
Well,
Hey,
thank
shout
you,
out to
Grandpa
Grandpa.
Dennis.
Shout out to Grandpa for
So,
sure.
so thank you, grandpa, for teaching me how to cuss.
Hey, I'm telling you, man.
That is horrible.
No, it's not. It's necessary. You need to know how to cuss.
That is horrible. No.
Hey, cussing is a stress reliever for real.
Yeah, and I know how to cuss fluently, and it makes sense too.
So
I've been doing it since
explain.
I've
She
been doing
said
it since I was little.
fluently like it was a whole other language.
Yeah,
I know
it
how
is
to
when you
cuss
use it the right
fluent.
way.
You're right.
Yes. I do want to shout out my brother. He is incarcerated, but he is a father. I do want to punch him in the face all the time. Um, but he's my brother. I love him, and I hope that he's having the best day that he can
Yeah.
for the
Yeah.
circumstances. And then a shout out to my husband, who we all know has stepped in as a father to my son, and is an awesome father to not just my son, but to his kids as well. I really appreciate him and all he does. So salute to my husband, Lloyd. Thank you so much for all you do
Salute
in our
OG.
house as a father.
Yeah.
And let's see, make sure I didn't miss nobody because I ain't trying to hear it later.
You so silly. Yeah, because you can't just shout out a few people on live.
For real. Hey, shout out to my pops, Randall Hillsman. I love you, Pop, for sure.
You said I
My
can't
pop.
just shout out a few people on live. I absolutely can.
No,
Yeah,
I'm saying you got to do your whole village. Everybody, think about everybody you need to shout out.
yeah. Shout out my brother
I think that's it.
Matthew. Shout out my brother Cass. Austin, I love you. Chuck Dizzle, love you. Like, happy Father's Day, brothers.
Happy
Well, we
Father's
just
Day.
gonna say shout out to all the blood related, not blood related. Y'all know who y'all are. I
Absolute.
think I
Yeah.
shouted out my village, but apparently I didn't because Shalonda's checking me on live again. But it's fine. So I'm just gonna say shout shout out to y'all and everybody. You know
Hey,
we love
for
y'all.
real.
Happy Father's Day. Yeah, Lacey, thank you for the stars, honey.
Thank
We
you.
appreciate you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
You.
If
Shout
you
out
guys
to
are just popping
everybody.
on, go ahead, Shay.
No, I was just saying shout out to everybody. I wasn't gonna name no specific names because my village know who y'all are.
Because she didn't want to hear that later. Just say that.
I
Word
got a
Like,
up.
lot of
but
men
you
in
gonna
my
shout
life,
out
y'all.
everybody else, but you ain't gonna shout me out. Yeah, say that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I got a lot of men in my life, and I love all y'all. Great
Hey,
guys.
that's why I just tried to cover the whole grid because I still feel
Oh,
like I forgot somebody.
I do want to shout out my brother. I don't know if he's still on here. Twin, aka Marco, 17 kids strong.
Oh,
I want to
Hey,
say
is
Happy
that
Father's
real?
Day. Yeah,
happy,
17 girls. 17
how?
girls.
Happy Father's Day.
Hey,
Yeah.
brother, happy
See?
Father's Day. I'm gonna gift you a pack of cigarettes because you're gonna need them. Shit, my brother.
Yeah, I don't know if he's still on here, but happy Father's Day, brother. Salute to you for
Yeah,
raising all
definitely.
17 of your girls.
Hell yeah.
Um,
Oh my
Great
gosh.
job. But other than that, like, I don't know. I don't think I forgot nobody that might call me later talking crazy. If so, like, I'm sorry. And I didn't mean to forget you, but I mean, I was just on here talking. So
Hey, for real. Hey, I'm just trying to figure out how he still got all his hair. That's crazy.
he's
He
missing
don't.
patches, but I'm
Oh,
not going to put his business.
All right.
I'm not going to put his business out there like that.
Because I thought it was just me. Because I'm like, man, look, I told you this beard was black last
no,
summer.
he didn't.
It's
Well,
crazy.
you ain't got a single piece of hair left. That's the thing.
They
Well,
they coming for the beard next.
Oh, you do got some sides. Okay, you got some edges. I see
He's
you.
I told him I'm about to grow it out and just put some locks on the back. So when I put my hat on, I
no,
look like a
you're gonna be looking like
YN out
Chico
here.
Bean by the head.
Hey, you know what's crazy is that women lose their edges first and men lose theirs last. I don't know what that's
So
about,
yeah, because they lose the middle part first.
but women lose their edges first. Like, baby, them edges be gone. And I know because mine, I don't know what the hell's going on. I'm getting a little bit older, them edges starting to fade away slowly, baby girl.
Hey,
I don't know what the deal
they
is.
got they got edge extensions.
No, that is a sensitive
Girl,
area.
where you get them from?
Robert goes here and comment talking about ain't nobody told me happy Father's Day. Bro, we're not about to play with you. Happy Uncle's Day, Uncle Daddy.
Baby
Uncle Daddy.
sister, come on my page. Come over here so we can see your comments. Come
No,
over
because
here.
that means he's leaving my page. Stay where you're at.
It's fine. We can see the comments. At least if you're over here, we can't see them over there.
Oh, we can
Run over
check.
here. Run over here. Hurry up. Come over here. We ain't telling you Happy Father's Day, even if you come over here, but you can still come
Right.
over here.
He's a good uncle. He looks out. When Robert's here, he's definitely around the kids.
So
Yeah.
you guys, wait, let me clear this up because I realized I just said my brother has 17 girls. He does not have 17 kids. He has 6, and they're all girls. So I know if he
Why
watches
did
this
you?
replay later, because I've been saying he got 17 kids for the last couple of days, and it's not 17, it's 6. So let me just clear the air
That's
on
not
that,
even
okay?
close to 17.
She did, and you did him wrong though. You go.
Bro, I thought she was serious.
I know, because I'm like, oh, whoa.
I thought you was so serious. Hey, yo, because I play all the time too, and I really thought you was dead serious. Like, damn, bro. Like, that
You know,
crazy.
well,
Because I mean, I got 8, but not all of them girls.
do he got 6 or 8? I think he got 6. I don't know. It's one of the two, but if you
How
round up,
many
it's
kids
like
do I got?
17.
Yeah.
Oh my God, here he comes on my page. Go back to your sister's page now.
They said be fruitful and multiply. So hey, the ones that
Not
do
him
that,
saying all these boys is
On
my
what?
my
son.
page is my
Come
son.
on.
Yes, baby sister and came over to my page, set tripping.
That's what you get.
Yo, that's what you did.
Um,
Exactly.
all right. So uh my mom says, ooh Ricky status, twin insider, LOL. Um,
Talking about
yeah,
them
we
kids.
know. Yeah, all them kids. Talking about Uncle Ricky. Lacey said LMAO, not Chico Bean.
Talking
I,
about
I think
Rolo.
she, I think she's talking about your hair, bro.
Yeah, when I said he was gonna look like Chico Bean if he tried to add on some hair.
Look, I was supposed to
Oh,
go get a haircut. He
I
never
don't even
called me.
know who Chico Bean is. I'm gonna
You
have to
need to look
look
up the
that up.
comedian Chico Bean. Lacey
Yeah,
know
I'm
who
about
I'm
I'm
to.
talking about. That's why it was funny.
I'm about to right now. We're gonna show the audience too. For those of you guys who don't know Chico Bean.
get out of
He's
here.
on Wild and Out with DC and Young Fly in them. So
Oh my gosh. Dead.
Why you doing this to me?
Oh my gosh.
and look,
So
you
you
gotta
guys,
find a picture with him with the braids in.
so this is Chico
Chico!
Bean.
Get out of here.
Wait, let me turn this off. Hold on, because we need the clear
Yo,
visual. Let me turn that ring light off. So y'all, this is Chico Bean.
So
ain't no way.
if Rolo grow, he gonna be looking like Chico Bean.
I'm gonna grow
Oh
it.
my gosh.
It's gonna
The
happen.
disrespect.
It's gonna happen. I told him
Rolo, I know you
I'm
ain't
gonna
just gonna
grow
let
it
her
out.
fade you out like that.
You
I'm gonna
better
grow it
stop.
out, and then once it gets long enough, I'm gonna put it up in a man bun on top of my head.
Okay,
Uh,
so we're just about to speed past all of this.
we're gonna, we, we, yeah, we're gonna start to wind down. This is getting a little bit out of
Because it's
control.
getting out of
Hey,
hand because
for
Rolo done
real.
lost his mind.
Listen, so before we wind down, you guys, I want everybody in the comments to tag your father or whoever you look at as a
Yes,
father figure, or a man that's been in your life, and just tell them Happy Father's Day, so
yeah,
that we can give them a shout out. We would
yeah,
love to be able to shout them out on here. And then after that, we're gonna wind down, y'all. We
yeah.
got fathers and families to get back to. I got a husband to get back to. We got some more wings and snacks to eat before the night's over with. So
I'm already tired of you talking about these wings and snacks.
Yeah, and I got a turkey burger to eat, but
And I didn't get no turkey burger.
why did you say it like that? A turkey burger.
What the hell is that? Is that like a turkey breast just slapped
You know
between
what
your
a
legs?
turkey burger is. It's a burger that's made out of turkey.
hey, I almost told baby sister I'm a ban if he comes back over here with that
That's what you get.
Oh man.
That's what you get.
Ask and you shall receive. Here he come with that
Yep,
BS.
exactly. That's
Why
what you
don't you
get.
why don't you like chop up some bacon and make it into a sandwich?
What? Turkey bacon?
She
Yeah,
don't eat pork. She's one of those.
I
She
know.
got old enough and started.
That's why she looking at me like keep playing with me.
Yeah.
She got
I'm
old
just
enough
playing,
and made the
sis. I'm
choice
just
to
playing.
stop eating.
Listen,
I
I
don't eat
like turkey.
I don't eat pork or beef.
I like turkey bacon. I can't do the turkey burger though.
No, you got to
It's,
find a good brand. Butterball has a good brand.
it's dry.
No, they're not dry. You got to cook them right.
How you gonna tell me like my tongue is wrong?
Well, clearly your cooking skills are wrong. So you have
My
to.
cooking skills are
Oh,
superb.
this is getting ugly.
Really, and as y'all see, she's the instigator.
Not gonna lie though, I do actually want to try some lion's mane, like one of them lion's
Yeah, the
mane
lion's mane
steaks.
mushrooms. Yeah, they make the
Yeah.
burger.
Mm-hmm.
My
That
auntie
looks
talking
so
about
good.
where's the beef. We don't do no beef, auntie. No beef over here, and you need to cut it out too.
Hey,
You don't do
uh,
no beef neither. What are you eating?
Turkey and fish and chicken.
turkey, turkey, chicken, and fish.
Hmm.
Listen,
I'm gonna be honest. I can survive on that.
I don't
Yeah, that's
eat.
what I'm
So,
saying.
so to be fair, I don't really. So, the older I get, I can't digest beef. I don't really eat beef anymore. Not gonna lie. Um, but I did eat some oxtails yesterday. Um, but
Man,
I'm gonna eat pork to the day I die. I don't know what to tell y'all. Unless something happens where they're like, you can't eat pork no more. I'm still gonna try it, but I mean, I don't know.
Yes,
you want me to tell you something? Pork makes you stink.
it does.
I ain't never stunk, so I don't know what you're talking about. I've been eating it my whole life.
I eat pork too, and I don't stink, but that's the word on the street.
Rolo, man, see, if we went on live.
I'm just saying that's the word on the street, though.
Well, y'all know I just don't eat it just because it does me like milk. I'm allergic
Yeah,
to it because I'm lactose intolerant, and now pork does me like dairy products. So I don't mess with it.
I don't do the milk.
Yeah, I don't do it. Yeah.
Like, I'm
So,
cool on that.
anyways, all right. Did you get any comments?
Hey, my dad is on here now. Happy Father's Day, Dad. Formally on here. I can tell you Happy Father's Day. I love you so much. You're the best. I've been on here talking about you and gassing them up, making them think that you are just that guy. You are that guy.
You still
For
silly.
sure,
Um,
for sure.
but Happy Father's Day, Dad. I love you and I appreciate everything that you do. And just the way you're there for me all the time. So no matter what it is, I know I'd be on your fucking nerves, but I'm still gonna call my dad for everything, so I don't care.
Real talk.
Yeah.
My son
It
just
don't
said,
even
"Oh,
matter.
happy Father's Day." It's almost 8. It's almost 7:30. He just now told me
Well, at
happy.
least he told you. You see,
Right.
complaining. It
But
could have been worse.
he could have
He could have
messaged
just
me
not.
this morning when I talked to him.
Well, you got it now.
I'm just messing with you.
I'm glad. I'm really glad that we are able to have these conversations about good fathers because that's important, man. Like, I'm glad this kind of warmed my heart. This was a good topic for us to go
Nah,
with
for real though.
because y'all daddies really don't get enough credit. Like, and if nobody has told you today, you are everything. Like everything,
Yeah,
and that's coming from a girl with dads.
for
Both
real,
my
man.
dads are everything to me. Like, I don't care. Yes, I have two, and my heart is split in two because they are everything to me. I
Yeah,
don't have just one to call. I'll call them both. So please, guys, don't ever be out here slipping because you might, hey, you'll be looking for one dad and catch another one. So just watch
yeah,
Period.
out.
for real though.
so, so they're everything to me. So yes.
Nah, I mean, I feel like some of these guys be feeling a little defeated. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Especially when it comes to like Father's Day, because
Yeah.
I mean, Mother's Day we be out barbecuing and kicking it, and you know what I'm saying. And
Yeah.
I I got a box of Uncrustables for fucking dinner. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, don't I love Uncrustables? Okay,
I mean,
listen,
yeah, me
a
too. But
strawberry Uncrustable, I'm tearing
I
them down. No
I want
lie.
a ribeye too. Dang, you
He
know
said,
what
I
I'm
want some
saying?
steak too today.
Yeah, like come on, man.
Hey, listen, you better go pop open them Uncrustables. You sound ungrateful right now.
A
No, but
little
I
bit,
mean, I feel
a
like
little
Rolo,
bit.
you do got a point though, because production wise and society, they go all out for Mother's Day, but like we don't see all these extra commercials and sales and all that stuff for the fathers.
They do,
I
they do.
said that.
They're in the form of lawnmowers and tools, and so we can do
To put
stuff.
y'all to work.
Yeah, so we can do
Listen,
stuff
and this
later.
is the thing, and this goes back to what I said earlier, but here y'all are telling mothers Happy Father's Day.
I'll buy her ass a toolbox.
Okay, no, but we're gonna start winding down.
Yeah.
You guys,
Yeah.
final thoughts, Rolo, Shalonda.
Um,
I do
well,
want to say, for the fellas out there, man, if y'all struggling with mental health, feel free to give me a call anytime. Doesn't matter, day or night. Give me a call. Um, if you call between the hours of like midnight and 6, I probably will not answer, but I will definitely return your call afterwards. But if for real, like if you going through something, man, just don't feel like you got to go through it alone, because
yeah.
you don't. Like feel free to hit any one of us three up at any time, and we're good at listening. If that's all you need, if you want advice, we can help you with that as well. But don't ever feel like you have to go through your struggle alone, because you really don't. That's why we're here. So
Yes. Okay. My final thoughts, and this goes out to my ladies, whoever this needs to reach. If you have your child's father and he wants to be there, and if he's healthy for the child,
let
let him
them.
be there.
Yeah,
Most of the time, females get in their emotions because things aren't going your way.
yeah,
But it's very important, and it's imperative that you learn how to separate your feelings as a mother versus logically
amen,
them being a father, because
amen.
sometimes a guy can be a horrible boyfriend but an excellent daddy. So I
Thank
feel like
you.
more women need to learn how to separate that. And that's why I
Yeah.
say that. But ladies, if you got a father that wants to be there, let that man be there. Find a
Yeah,
way to heal, find a way to pray, talk to a counselor. I mean, call me if you need to, and I'll help you figure out a way to get
yeah,
through it. But it's important. Like, fathers matter, they are important, and it's not just them that matter, but the child matters. And you don't want your child to grow up being angry with you for that. And trust me, as a
It
person who
will.
went through a lot in life,
yeah.
that is something that lingers. So
For
think
real.
about that. Next time you and your baby daddy's going through it and you snatch the kid back and say you can't see him or her. Think about that, y'all, because it affects these kids way more than you could ever imagine.
It
So
builds resentment.
yeah,
It
that's
does.
that's my thought with that. Y'all got to
And
start letting these guys that are good for the kids be there.
hey, it alleviates a lot of tension and a lot of stress off mothers when they allow when they
Man,
allow their child's father to be
yes,
present. You know what I mean? Because there's some things a child won't listen to when it
yep.
comes to their mom, but
It
the
takes a
pop can
village,
change.
and that's true.
Yeah,
It takes
and
a village,
a
not
pop
just you,
can tell
baby.
her and let them know. You know what I'm saying? And so it alleviates a lot of tension and a lot of stress. Some mothers don't get a break, and it's
Yeah,
because they created that environment for themselves. You know
yeah,
what I mean? So when you allow the father to be present, it alleviates time and stress for you. Like it helps alleviate some time for you to be able to go do what you need to do.
yeah,
You know what I mean? So keep
Right.
that in mind.
yeah,
I do want to say something to piggyback off Shalonda for my final thoughts,
Yeah.
and not what you think is a good father.
yeah,
Because some women have this perception that if the father isn't living up to her standards, then he's not a good father, and that is so far from the truth. Like
Yeah.
right,
if your kid's father is a great father to them, and your kids love them, allow them to love them for who they are and right where they're at in life,
Period.
and it
yeah,
doesn't matter how you feel.
yeah,
And so just basically, like I said, piggybacking off what you said, Shalonda, like, because I know so many females be like, well, he ain't doing this, he ain't doing, those are your standards. Your kid doesn't
right,
care about that.
Yeah.
yeah,
Your kids don't
that's
even
true.
care about that. And so just allowing your kid's father to be in their life, so that they don't miss that important part. For
Yeah.
everybody that got on here tonight, I really appreciate you guys. We
Yes,
appreciate you guys. We love you guys.
Definitely.
thank
Happy
you.
Father's Day to all the strong fathers, and to all the mothers out here, that honored their fathers and the people around them that are fathers. Like, we love you guys too. Thank you guys for
Yeah,
making this a special day
Yeah.
for the fathers out here, because they deserve it too.
yeah,
Next week we will be talking about hurt people hurt people.
that's a
Um,
okay,
yeah, I just got done going over the list, and that makes, yeah, that's the word.
okay,
So the
perfect.
next week's episode is hurt people hurt people. So you guys make sure that you tune in next Sunday at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. Also, make sure that if you guys do not follow us on Facebook and TikTok, that you make sure you do that. I did just drop that in the comments just now, our handles for both. So make sure that you head on over to our TikTok, follow us there. Make sure that you follow us on Facebook and YouTube as well. We will, like I said, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time every Sunday. Tonight we went over Father's Day special episode. We kind of changed the narrative a little bit for the fathers. You guys, like I said, we just appreciate you guys for tuning in every week. Whether you're a dad, you had a great one, you lost one, or had to become your own, this is the day for you. You guys, don't let anybody take that from you. Continue to celebrate yourself as well, for all you good fathers out there and all the fathers in general. You guys keep breaking cycles, keep building legacies, and walking in awareness. You guys, until next time, stay strong, stay grounded, stay heightened and enlightened, and happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day, y'all.
We love you, and we'll see you guys next Sunday right here on Facebook, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Peace.
Yes.
Peace.